Today we're going to show you one of the fastest growing, newest master plan communities in all of Las Vegas.
And in this episode, we are going to show you why so many people, thousands in fact, are moving to this area. In today's video, we are going to take you inside some model homes, the lifestyle of this area.
And we're going to show you exactly on the map where this part of town is, so stick around.
I'm Vicki.
And I'm Kyle.
And we've helped hundreds of people buy, sell, and invest here in Las Vegas, and we would absolutely love to help you too.
Simply reach out to us at the information below that you see on the screen, and we could help you out. Now let's get into it.
So what's great about living in Sunstone is that a lot of the community gets to enjoy these walking trails, and it's pretty extensive.
Yeah, these trails can stretch miles and miles out into the desert, but also inside of the community, there's plenty of paved trails that connect sidewalks to neighborhoods that are perfect for walking your dogs or taking your kids out on a little bike ride or a stroll. And then another thing to consider that's special about Sunstone is there's also an age-restricted area inside of Sunstone that is for people that are 55 years and older to live in, and they have some fantastic amenities like a clubhouse, a pool, and an event calendar. So that's makes it a great place to live if you're looking for a location in town that is catered more to a senior living and not an assisted living, but a little bit of older crowd. And people seem to really like it here in Sunstone. The prices are very affordable and they're not as expensive as other master plan communities that have age restricted communities in them. And so that makes it a big benefit being here in Sunstone, whether you're buying just regular with your family or you're looking for an age restricted property or a 55 and up community. And by the way, if you're interested in learning more about 55 and up communities, we have an entire video that we created on all the senior communities here in town. You can check out in the description below. There's a link where you could watch that as well.
Currently, we are with Darlene, one of our absolute favorite sales professionals here in this master plan community. Thank you so much for being on camera and talking with us today. Dan,
for having me.
We just wanted to ask you a couple questions. How would you explain to our viewers the lifestyle that comes with living in this community?
I think it speaks to the beautiful environment that we live in. So we practice getting outdoors and just enjoying all of what Mother Nature brings, these beautiful, majestic mountains, parks everywhere, landscaped walking trails that offer dirt trails. They offer ninja style workout stations. So we're going to whip you into shape. And it's just really getting the family outside of the house, putting them in an environment that practices healthy living and lifestyle that kind of disconnects you from the media and all the things that you see every day on television and, things that make people anxious. So I think to get out and have a nice walk and on a beautiful nature trail or maybe get, bicycle or whatever, it just connects you to Mother Nature. And it's this sense of zen and just disconnection and just enjoying where we live, this beautiful environment. And it's just really nice.
That's beautiful. So thank you for that description. I think it paints like such a great picture of what it looks like to live here. Would you say there's a specific maybe demographic or type of person who would fit in this community? Or do you feel like
already purchased in this community?
I think it's in a single word. It's family. So we build larger homes. There's a lot of multi-gen living these days. And I think that the home speaks to that. We try to build homes that if you do have a mother living with you or an in-law or just any, family member or just a friend, we offer multi-generational living. The home sizes, again, speak to that lifestyle. And it's just fantastic. Woodside kind of hits the nail on the head when it comes to that.
What are some of the favorite features that people have already moved into the community mentioned to you when they stop by the sales office that they love about their home?
I think a lot of it's what you're seeing in this particular home. It's that big, you walk in, it's a welcoming, lots of natural light, that big open concept that people just love. The islands, being able to welcome. You can do dining and have another 4 or 5 people sitting here. So I just think it's the open feeling. We have lots of natural light. The windows are big and bold. The ceilings are tall. You can go up to 6 bedrooms. I mean, when was the last time you could go find a 5 or 6 bedroom home that doesn't make you feel like this? And the room sizes in all of the rooms are great. And people comment all the time about our storage. We focus on pet solutions. We are all about storage and just that feeling, that emotional feeling when you walk in and just kind of go, wow. That's this home particularly. This is the Isla. She's one of our favorites. They have big garages, lots of storage, and just everything you can imagine that you look for in your dream home. It's here. It's right here. We're standing in it.
So I actually have a client who's in contract with you here in this community, and she called it her dream home. So I think you just nailed it perfectly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now tell us, what are some of the amenities nearby that you feel like people are enjoying being in the community now?
So outside of the trails, which is why people really want to be here, you are in very close proximity to the freeway, to the 215 and or the 95. You also have a YMCA within 3.5 miles. You have the spectacular Smith Supercenter just up the street. It's literally one exit down. There isn't anything they missed as far as shopping up here, and everything is brand new. And that's really important because some of the communities, Vegas has been around a while, so some of the communities have gotten a little bit worn down. I mean, not where, here you feel like everything's new. The shopping is new, the homes are new, the roads are new, the schools are new. You're very close proximity to Mount Charleston, which is great. In the winter, if you like to ski, it's 20 minutes. It's fantastic. Where do you get that? And in the summertime, those same ski lifts turn into carry your mountain bike up the ski lift and bike down the hill. So between that and they have the BMX bike pumps around here. They're basically, if your kids are into that, you know what I'm talking about. They get on these jumps, and they're professionals. They're sponsored racers that come out and do the jumps, and it just gives people a means to be able to interact with other families. And there's a little bit of something for everybody here.
That's perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing. You have
Thank
excellent insights for the community. Anything else you want the viewers to know about this community that you feel like they should know?
If you're looking for a home, anywhere from 2,200 all the way up to 3,400 square feet, don't wait for the prices to drop. They're not dropping, you guys. The home values are continuing to climb. Get on board while you can, or you will be the shoulda, coulda, woulda people that miss out. So you need to act now and act fast to be able to get in on one of these beautiful home sites.
Yes, she's telling you to not pay more for the same product.
Exactly.
One of the major benefits of living in Sunstone is literally being on the edge of town. Like, look at this view. You're so close to the mountains, and living in this area is just quiet and more peaceful than living in the hustle and bustle of what you really picture Las Vegas to be if you don't actually live here or know these surrounding areas on the edge of town.
You're bringing up a great point because this really is a pro and a con, just depending on who you're talking to. If you
Totally.
work from home and you don't need to drive anywhere and you are okay with being at the absolute edge of town, then you're probably going to be someone that enjoys not having traffic nearby and not dealing with the hustle and bustle, and also not really having a lot of more construction happening. All this is Bureau of Land Management and Forest Service land. So beyond those power lines behind us, you're never going to have any building anytime soon back there. So there's kind of like, that's a pro to some people, being like, wow, I'm at the edge of town. I don't got to deal with any traffic. It's peaceful. There's less reported incidences of crime here because it's so new. And also there's no massive entertainment or economic draw here in this part of town for there to be a lot of riff-raffery happening, if that makes sense. And so I made that up. That's for you guys.
Riff-raffery.
Yeah, riff-raffery.
Add that to our glossary when you guys download our relocation guide.
Fun fact, riff-raff actually comes from a riff raft, which was a small, typically like homemade raft that people would use, usually at a flat style raft, to get down the Mississippi River or other rivers of the United States in the 1800s. And people who didn't have money would make these homemade boats because they didn't have the ability to buy a real boat. And so when you hear people being called riff-raff, they're referring to these people that used to make their own boats to make their means of transportation. But anyways,
Now, I just have to chime in and say, these are the benefits you get for working with Kyle directly, because he is just a walking encyclopedia, and he's just a wealth of really random riff-raffery knowledge.
and of course, let's get back into the video. Sunstone is a 630-acre community, so there's a lot of real estate being built there. There's numerous builders building in the community. Most of the homes are all brand new, like the sales agent had mentioned earlier in the video. And so Sunstone's really a fun place because, like I said, it's a positive to some people to be completely out of town. Now, if you're someone that's flying and using the international airport frequently, or you work on the Strip, this location may not be for you if you do not like driving a lot, because you are quite a bit of ways away at this location. You're like a half hour from the Strip or more to the airport.
Now, with that said, if you don't mind that at all and you think that a 30-minute commute to work isn't very long at all, depending on, of course, from where you're coming from, let's say California or New York, you're going to have a much longer commute time sometimes if you're in areas that are very condensed like Los Angeles. So if 30 minutes isn't an issue for you, then this might be a great area. And I say that because we actually have friends who work on this strip who do live on this side of town, and it's not even anything that they think twice about. But just something to keep in mind. It's definitely something we want to point out. But if it's not an issue for you, then
It's a pro and a con, depending on
yeah.
who you are and how much time you mind sitting in the car. Again, an Uber from this location to the airport would be one of the most expensive Uber rides you would take inside of the valley. So we are at the kind of end of the map, and I'm going to show you on the computer right now in the studio exactly where this part of town is located, so you're able to find it and see what's around it. Here we are again looking at Las Vegas from the map overhead. Now, of course, you might be familiar with this area right here. That's the Harry Reid Airport. That's where our international flight, it's the largest airport around. And then, of course, as we zoom out, we'll use my mouse over here is Henderson. And then this is the Northwest. So this is the area we're focusing on this right side of the 95-93 freeway over here, just to the left of Floyd Lamb Park. And if you haven't heard of Floyd Lamb Park, check out our Best Parks video. It's in there. But this is where Sunstone is located, up there in the top, tippy top, far northwest corner, or the top left portion of the map. Let's get back into it.
If you guys are looking for a fun pump track, this is definitely an amazing place to swing by, and it's only minutes from this community. Hey guys, I'm excited to show you one of the models here in the neighborhoods. This is beautiful. So you have the option of choosing the 3-bedroom or the 4-bedroom floor plan. This is 2,488 square feet. And right when you walk into the home, you get this beautiful open floor plan. You get the quartz countertops.
Yeah, this quartz isn't that sparkly quartz. This one kind of actually looks a little bit more like a natural stone,
Yeah.
a granite or a Caesar stone or something like that. One thing that you'll see in this model is this beautiful herringbone tile backsplash, or that's an upgrade. So that's not going to come standard on every one of these, but they like to show you the things that you can do with your house. And one of them
Is your walk-in pan.
is Oreo walk-in pantry. And while we're down here, this is a massive open floor plan concept. So it's completely built. You know, they've already got a fake cheese board out here. Probably can't. The cheese is glued. uh, uh, but anyways, if you were to go all the way back to the room or come stand where I'm standing and I'll switch, you can see that if you're in the kitchen chopping veggies and you got the game on or whatever it is that you put on your TV, that's perfectly built for entertaining and like, hey babe, can you grab me a soft drink, please, or something like that. And you could converse with whoever's in the kitchen versus whoever's in the living room. So super wide open floor plan. Let's come check this area out. It's one of my favorite parts of downstairs.
Well, just real fast too, I'm just going to point out real quick, you also have extra storage space right here. So you have your closet, and then this goes to your garage. So the entrance from the garage opens up right into the kitchen and the living room area. Take it away, Kai.
You take this away. This is your favorite.
Well, guest bathroom, just real fast. Definitely want to show you.
Half bathroom, white shaker cabinets, brushed satin nickel stain or hardware, and then of course the same matching granite that you get in the kitchen they put in the bathroom when you get that specific type of granite package, or quartz to be more specific.
And then I love a flex space. I think this is so great if you have any additional family members or guests that are staying with you here in your home, and they have their own private living room area. This great area where you can actually put a cooktop if it, because it doesn't come with a stove, but you can put a cooktop if they want to make any food, your own microwave, their own pantry even.
Another walk-in pantry. Just for scope. Yeah, like let me get in there. So it's a lot of pantry space for you if you're gonna have a kitchenette set up here.
And then you have your bedroom in here with a sliding closet, and then your own bathroom that includes a walk-in shower as well. So that way you don't have to share the bathroom with any of the guests right in the entryway. But also, I just want to point out that, again, if you watch our previous videos, you'll know we've talked about it before, but we've mentioned in the past that these flex spaces are great for people who are also considering using this space as an investment. So if you want to rent out this room, maybe do a short-term, mid-term, long-term rental, you can absolutely do that. We don't have a lot of fourplexes, duplexes that are all around Las Vegas. They're kind of refined to specific areas. And so when people want to have an investment property but live in a specific area in Las Vegas, they have the option to rent out the flex
Now,
space.
this is very much feels like a multi-generational space that you would see on another home. The only thing that it's missing would be a private entrance. And for those of you who do construction, you understand that there's a header beam up there, meaning that the weight is supported for this window. So you can easily add a door here. All you would need to do is get permission from the HOA. So if you really wanted to have something as close to a multi-gen space as possible to have its own separate entrance, its own kitchenette, its own bathroom, its own bedroom, you could easily modify this to take care of that need. So it's a cool flex space. You could use it as I don't know, an arts and crafts room for your kid. You could rent it out to a friend or a roommate, a good spot to throw a teenage kid who wants a little bit more autonomy and wants to cook their own meals at night, or a college kid, or a grandparent, or whatever you really want for your specific familial status. But it's a great, just kind of overall space. Also, something I love about being in a D-mill is the fake furniture. Check this out. Uh, they got good stuff here.
They do. I really like how they styled this.
They styled it fantastically. They got this laptop too that's made out of completely made out of metal. It's good for a burglar intrusion.
What is it good for? Wait a minute. What is it good for?
It's good for a paperweight to weigh things
Good
down.
answer.
Oh, real quick, let's stop. Again, just want to clarify. See this brick or like brick look pattern tile? Is this a ceramic tile, or a porcelain tile? Either I don't know which one it is, but that is an add-on. So this wouldn't come with the house unless you had paid for an upgrade to do that. There's great reverb in this bathroom. You want to throw a vocal studio in here? You could.
Okay, so
Now let's
let's
take
take
it-
you guys upstairs. You have, I think he's hungry. I should have fed him before we filmed. But
The fake food here is impressive.
but this loft is really great because it definitely opens up the home
And it
as soon as you walk upstairs.
definitely feels more like a loft and less of an upstairs den because you are kind of lofted up above the staircase. But uniquely, they put in a closet here. So you could easily, they would use this closet if this were transformed to a bedroom. And then look where this banister is. This banister would become a full wall, and then you'd have a door here to enter, and you'd have a bedroom here. So this is where your bedroom optional update, and that's why Vic was explaining this is either 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom. Currently, you're in the 3-bedroom type. You got one room here, this room here, and then the third room, which we've already seen downstairs. So that where we were standing in the loft would be your optional 4th bedroom if you didn't want like a upstairs living room space. Now check out this guy's bathroom. For being what's called a linear bathroom, it's all just kind of straight shot. All the plumbing runs through one wall. It's pretty spacious. Standardized tub. So it's, was it 60 inches? But beautiful stylings. And again, that same granite or quartz right there. And you get dual sinks, which is great because if you put that extra 4th bedroom up there, then each person would presumably have their own sink. Currently, it doesn't really make sense to have 2 sinks up here with only one guest bedroom, but let's go check out the, oh, you want to show them
Yeah, so here is your washer and dryer, which is really great because some people prefer to have their washer and dryer located upstairs so that way they don't have to walk all the way downstairs with a ton of laundry and then lug it all the way upstairs. So if that's your preference, washer and dryer is right here next to the primary bedroom.
Look at all that cabinet space too for storage, linens, cleaning products, detergents.
And then, of course, your primary bedroom. What I love about this bedroom is not only how spacious it is, but how many windows you have that really just brighten the room up. And then come take a look at this bathroom.
And these are extra high ceilings too. I know you guys might not see that on the camera, but these are 9-foot ceilings. These aren't 8-foot ceilings. They're way up.
So you have not only your walk-in shower, but you do have your bathtub. Private toilet. And additional storage space on this side right here.
And now let's take you to the backyard. Just kidding. We forgot to show you this upstairs bedroom. This is a secondary bedroom. Does have a walk-in closet. I believe all these models come with the covered patio. It's the stucco built heavy duty load patio. And it has some pre-wired for lights. It has lights already wired into it. Now these Alumaframe pergolas this would be an extra add-on. I'm sure you could ask the builder or you could subcontract it yourself along with the built-in barbecue. That would be another sort of upgrade that you would do if you wanted to add it. It doesn't come with the house. But one thing that the sales reps mentioned to us was to make sure that you guys note these spacious backyards. This yard is large enough to put a swimming pool in if that was something that you desired, which can be harder to find in a lot of new build communities. You don't always get a big backyard for being able to have activities, pools, stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Tell us what you guys think about this model in the comments. This is the 2488 square foot 3 or 4 bedroom model. Let us know what you think.
We're taking you into another model. This is the next size up in this community. This is going to be a little bit over 3,000 square feet. Come check it out. Now this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath.
But the layout on this downstairs feels absolutely huge. Like, look at this giant living room. And then you're not going to feel the space until you come to this wall and look the other way. But before we turn, I do want to highlight something that many builders, look at me, that many builders do put in. This is a multi-panel slider. It's not a stackable. It doesn't fold and stack up. It's not a pocket slider. It doesn't slide into the wall and hide. It's just 3 total panels, 2 of them that slide. And why the builders do this is it's perfect for bringing the outdoors inside, according to the builder's emporium. And that just gives you this much more grand sort of entertaining space. And people really love it. Like, this is the future of new builds. And oftentimes, some of them won't even come with a multi-panel, and that you got to pay for that as an upgrade. But part of the cost is they have to put a header across this entire beam to support all this empty space. So as you know, the further space you span, the thicker and stronger the header beam above it has to be. But anyways, beautiful backyard, similar to the others, absolutely spacious.
And it's great too because you could just feel that nice breeze entering the home. It's so nice.
And you can enjoy the inside outside in Las Vegas more so than you can in Maine or...
For many more days throughout the year,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now look at this massive downstairs space.
Yeah, this is just so great.
Absolutely beautiful. doesn't have the monstrous island that the other one does, but what it does have is it has plumbing to it, which has the dual basin sink and a dishwasher. And then there's another little wet bar sink or a rinse sink right here as well. So there's no garbage disposal on it, but it's a great little extra sink.
And just a lot of cabinet space.
Tons of beautiful cabinet. Also, again, with the gray shaker, absolutely beautiful. Built-in oven and microwave, so you check that out over here.
And then you have your ceiling cabinets all the way up top.
Yep, they got the extra upper cabinets.
And your pantry right
This
here.
pantry's great. It's kind of hidden. You don't see it. It's not like ultra intrusive. It's not a show piece of the kitchen. It's kind of tucked into the corner, which is really nice. Here's your microwave and your built-in wall oven, and definitely good size. You could cook a big bird in there for Thanksgiving if you needed to. And then there's a half bath down here.
And what's great is in the half bath, you also have additional storage space down there.
Another under the stairs storage.
Just very thoughtful.
But also a standard coat closet or vacuum closet. And then a special treat. You've got a full primary suite or bedroom downstairs with a massive walk-in closet. And Vic, why don't you show them that absolutely beautiful bathroom in there?
Oh, it's gorgeous, you guys. Look at this walk-in shower.
Framing this glass. Couple other features I want to highlight about out here. Again, you get the 9-foot ceiling, the extra tall ceiling. You have another slider panel set to take you into the rear yard if you want to. It's great if you have a pool, you can get in and out and get to your bathroom. And then you have a massive walk-in closet just right off to the side here. We don't need to spend too much time, but you could tell it's big. Enough for your shoes, and you can park a car in there. Now let's take it upstairs. Of course, you get a huge loft space up here with a balcony and slider to the balcony. And let's take you to the guest rooms.
So just want to point out how large your laundry room is. And definitely check out that shelving space. And then come over here, come take a look. Here's one of the bedrooms with the walk-in closet. And like Kyle had mentioned before, you have your dual window panes. And then once you exit this bedroom, you have 2 additional bedrooms here. So go ahead and take a look with Kyle.
This one has a pretty spacious walk-in closet. And then its bathroom is right off the hallway. So it does have a sort of Jack and Jill type of thing, but beautiful shower. And this is all on this suite, but also accessible from the hallway there. Yep. And walking back to the hallway, you can see that last bedroom over here. And then this one also has a walk-in closet and a bathroom ensuite here. It's got its own bathroom.
This bathroom has its own sink and shower, but then the door closes. So you have your own bathroom type area within this bedroom, which is really cool.
Now, this is the third model we've shown. This is the largest one. Let us know what you think of this layout. I think it's absolutely awesome. Most of the rooms get their own bathrooms.
Now, if you are wanting this home, and of course you aren't ready to start construction and you actually want to purchase immediately, there is standing inventory for this home. We're actually going to show you that right now. Now we're going to take you into my actual favorite floor plan.
She currently has some clients that are buying one of this exact model right now.
So if you guys are watching, hello. I'm so excited for you guys. This home is absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait for you to call this home yours.
Now, before we jump in, this thing is 2,752 square feet. And then how many bedrooms?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. Awesome.
That's right.
Let's go take a look.
Come on in. Now, right when you walk in, you have direct access to the garage. Now, before I show you the kitchen and the living room, which is one of my favorite spots in this whole home, let's go take a look over here. Now, if you've watched our previous videos, you will know Kyle loves the Harry Potter closets under
There's space around there too.
the stairs.
For Christmas trees, boxes of old yearbooks, things like that. Whatever you we put luggage on
Yep.
our empty luggages into the stairs.
That's right.
Now, before we go upstairs, I'm going to show you this absolutely beautiful bathroom with a walk-in shower. Of course, that's a tile upgrade, but worth getting. The similar quartz, but that looks a lot like a stone product. That's a really nice countertop. It's a beautiful bathroom, especially because this is your bath down that guests would be using. So it's nice that you have that.
And then you have your downstairs bedroom with your own closet. And this is a great space. It faces the front of the home. So because it's separated away from the rest of the home, if you don't want this as a guest bedroom, this would make a fantastic home office.
Yeah, this would be a great room for an office. Good view. And also, studies found that if employees have a window in their office, that they're usually more happy. That's a proven study. You can Google it. So this
So
room's great for an office because it's got a window.
we work from home. Sometimes we have our home office, and I love my windows in my office. So he might be right about that.
Again, super open floor plan. Wide open floor plan.
I'll do Kyle's twirl.
But also, come take a look. Vic, walk around this island just to show them the grand.
Like Vanna White.
It's an absolutely huge island. This is what we call an oversized island.
Yeah, this island is absolutely gorgeous.
It's about like a 10 or 12-foot island here. It's massive. And then it has a beautiful farm sink right there, eat-in bar so that you guys can eat at the bar if you want. All the granite is, the countertop quartz is a butcher block style. It's not flat polished, so it's got that thicker edge to it just to make it look a little bit more elegant, which is nice.
Now, with this builder, you actually have the option to have the extended island. So it does go further into the dining area. And if you prefer that, you absolutely can choose that as an option if you're building and it's not standing inventory where they've already chosen the size of the countertop. But I just love these cabinets, the backsplash. This is just an absolutely gorgeous kitchen. But another thing that I want to show you too
Is your phone call. Let's redirect to right here.
that.
This is an additional upgrade. So if you want these extra cabinets and uppers or even the floating shelves, you certainly can add that. But typically these extra cabinets and countertop and shelving would not come with the model. I am a huge fan of it. I think it's fantastic upgrade and worth every penny to have just more space for whatever you need space for. You know, sometimes you're like, I got a stack of board games for the family. For family game night, you could hide those here or stack them wherever.
And now something I just want to mention too is that if you are purchasing a home and you don't choose this option initially or it doesn't come with your standing inventory property, then you can absolutely request that information from the builder and they can let you know, all the information on how to purchase this
Matching product. Yeah.
to match the rest of your kitchen, and you can choose to add that yourself after you close on your home. So that's always something to think about if you're unsure about adding certain upgrades and you have the opportunity to add it on later with the builder, then definitely consider that.
And as you step outside, again, the built-in patio cover, that's going to come with it. The extra pergola, those are typically add-ons. And you can go full shade. And above this patio is a balcony, so it's really cool. You got a nice balcony. Hopefully you get some views of the strip. But again, a large enough yard here with plenty of space to add a pool or hot tub or activities. Perfect for, what's that bag toss game? Cornhole.
Oh,
Perfect
yeah.
for some cornhole toss, barbecuing, entertaining.
We have a small fire pit in our backyard, and we actually were just using it the other day. We were roasting marshmallows with the kids,
Yeah.
and it's just a really great space. There's a lot that you can do with it. And I really love how they landscape this so you can really see what options you can do. But this is beautiful, and this is definitely the weather currently
Yeah.
to be enjoying your backyard. It's so nice outside right now. I wish you guys, hopefully if you're living in Las Vegas right now, you're enjoying the weather too. And if you're somewhere colder, just know it's so nice today.
Now we're going to pay a little bit of attention to detail, and I want to show you guys some things that are helpful. Not only does the patio have a pre-wire, so you'll see this here. That's if you want to put a ceiling fan or maybe a low voltage heater or any chandelier, really, if you wanted to. And then as we come here, you have your water hose, you have additional electricity, and then this is what they call a gas stub. So that's for natural gas. So that you could use for an outdoor kitchen. You could use it for a wide variety of things that you might be interested, but the builder always thinks of those small details in case you want to add those things later, like an outdoor barbecue. You can. Just make sure you're looking at building code because you can't put the outdoor barbecue right up against the house like that. Uh, so there are some parameters that you have to follow. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, anything that you're going to do to the inside or not the inside, apologies, the outside of the house, some things inside, if they affect the exterior walls, then you get approval from the HOA just to make sure that they fit the color schemes and they're not a nuisance to any of the other neighbors. But that's the gist of them putting that. And then this right here, for everyone who doesn't know what that is, that's a clean out. This is a little sewage clean out. So in case you need to rotor root something, you can. And that's very helpful for you if you ever get a clog.
And just something that I want to mention also is that if you guys are looking for amazing landscapers or plumbers or handyman, like anything really, we have a great list of vendors that we have really close relationships with that we can absolutely recommend to you guys. So never hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions like that, who you feel comfortable working with. We're happy to give our recommendations.
We only use licensed professionals, and more importantly, these aren't some fly-by-night contractors. We've been using most of them for many years, and all of our clients have come back with satisfactory reviews of their work and their cleanliness and their timeliness, which is important. Some people are late all the time. These guys usually aren't. But anyways, we've vetted them for you so that you don't have to. Another feature I want to show you, let's go take a look back towards the garage. And this comes standard with all the houses. Vic, would you grab the slider door for me, please? This comes standard with all of these houses here. And inside you'll see a Rinnai water heater. It's a tankless water heater. So you're getting a bunch of glare here. So I'm going to help push you through the window so that you can see it. See that back there? Right against that wall, and you can see me and Vicky's reflection. Hello. But you can see that just right up to the right side of the wall. We can't get into the garage. It's locked, as you'll see right there for some reason. But anyways, it's a beautiful garage with epoxy floors. It's all finished, painted inside, but it does have that tankless water heater right there. And that is an absolute benefit to have. As you know, having tankless, less prone to leaks or anode rods going bad. So just Google water heaters and see why tankless is the future. Most builders are going that way nowadays. Now let's take you upstairs. Here we are in the fabulous loft area. And then what you might not have guessed, because this isn't configured like normal places, is the primary bedrooms over here. They've separated it from the other hallway, which is really nice.
I think that's so well thought out.
Yeah. Again, Absolutely beautiful, spacious primary bedroom. This is a king bed for reference. I'm not going to jump on it like other YouTubers do because one of our home builder reps told us that somebody broke the bed frame. So out of respect for you home builders, if you're watching it, we are conscientious of your product and don't want you to send a guy out here to fix a broken bed frame. So we're not going to plop on it. Whoa, grab me. Okay, thank you. So we're not going to plop on it. Now let's take a look at this absolutely beautiful bathroom. This is something that D.R. Horton used to call a party shower. But this is an oversized shower. They used to call it a party shower because it's large enough to have multiple people in it. You could always add a rainforest option to have that fall from there, but it's absolutely beautiful, large. This little tile is called pennies. That's a ceramic tile. They call it pennies because they're just little round circles that look like pennies. That's just a stylistic choice. Of course, you can always change your shower pans if you want to. And then Vic, take them into the ladies' and gentlemen's dressing area. And or gentlemen's.
So you have a beautiful size closet here. Really spacious. Now, if this were me, this would be my closet. This would be Kyle's area.
I wouldn't even get that one. She would just knock these shelves out, put one rod in here and be like, you get this one. You get this little former linen closet. I take that one. And I would have no problem. I just have a couple suits and dress shirts as you've seen in the videos.
No, he would have his space, of course.
I need somewhere for my dress shirts.
But before we do, you guys have to see this balcony. I love having my tea or coffee every morning, and I could just absolutely picture myself sitting here, just enjoying the morning before the day starts. And it's really quiet right now, so
Yeah, really listen to that. You could now while you can see the freeway from here, and that's not the freeway, that's the freeway exit, way off in the distance. You don't really hear it. It's not very loud. It's very peaceful here, and it's gonna stay like that for
but
quite.
take a look at this side,
Now let's show you the beautiful shot here.
and you have views of the mountain, which is just so beautiful.
That's Sheep's Peak.
You're gonna have
Mountain.
great sunsets here, sunrises, beautiful.
And another wonderful thing too that you got to take into consideration when buying a home in Las Vegas that Vic and I are always cognizant of with our clients. Some of them specifically request this home that we're on has a westward face. So it's facing westward. But what you'll notice is that the primary bedroom is on the east face and the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So as you know, the hottest sun of the day is going to be wind in the afternoon. And so the beauty of having a home positioned like this means that the sun is already past the apex and is going to be on the other side of the house by the time it gets to the hottest point of the day. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a drawback for some people. They don't like having the sun shining in their window in the morning. But we also love that some of these houses are positioned in a way that the primary bedrooms are on the opposite side of the sun from the hottest point of the day.
All right, let's check out the other side of the house. So as soon as you walk here, you have your extra storage space, which is so nice because you have your laundry room just right here. Now, because we are in the 4-bedroom model, we have both bedrooms right here.
Here's the other bedroom just right over here. This one has a walk-in closet, so it's got a pretty spacious closet in here. And also, these are obviously dual pane, oversized windows. So very, very large windows that you get here, which is great. They let in tons of sunlight if that's something that you need. Also, it'll keep your bills lower in the day, so you're not using as many lights.
You're getting the sign that says Lyra. And then just look at how tall these ceilings are. So it does feel really open and spacious in this bedroom. And then come take a look at the bathroom upstairs that both of those bedrooms would be sharing. So you still have your dual pane,
Dual sinks.
so you still have your dual sink, your bathtub and shower. So what did you guys think of this model and this floor plan? Like I said, absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. What about you, Kai?
Definitely one of my favorites. This one's absolutely beautiful.
So leave us a comment below. Let us know what you guys think. Finally, this is the largest home within this community. It is 3,400 plus square feet. It's a 5 or 6 bedroom home, and it's absolutely stunning. Let's take a look. Right now, I am at a 55 and up community here in Sunstone, and I'm in the courtyard. It's so nice and quiet and peaceful right now, but I just wanted to share with you some of the amenities that you would get in this location. So if you are thinking of purchasing in a 55 and up community, and maybe you're not quite 55 just yet, that's not a problem at all, is just so long as 20% of their residents are 50, between 50 and 55, you can still purchase within this community, which I think is really cool that they give that availability and possibility to their future clients. And definitely come check out some of the amenities that they offer. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. We've made so many videos and we hope you're watching them, but if there's a video that we haven't made yet or a topic that you want us to cover, leave a comment below and we'll absolutely do that for you guys in the future.
Absolutely. We've created a free relocation guide. If you're thinking about relocating to Las Vegas, we can help you make that decision. If you can't find the answer in the guide, simply reach out to Vicky and I, and we can help you make that decision. But also be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on everything real estate in Las Vegas. And of course, we have plenty of videos already made that cover all sorts of areas all over town. So make sure you dig into those and watch some of those.
And of course, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we would be honored to help you guys. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.